In this episode of Dobies on Deck, we do painting things. We visit a tiki bar that has lizards at it, and Kyle catches a fish. I'm James,
And I'm Kyle.
and these are our two Dobermans, Rip and Beth.
We sold everything, want to sell it.
And we're taking these crazy dogs with us on an epic adventure to sail around the world.
So follow us while we do sailing, exploring, and living the tropical dream.
Welcome to Dobies on Deck. Paint day. So the guy that came over yesterday, we did exactly what he told us to do. So the original guy told us we can't get green dust everywhere. The guy yesterday came and said, wash all this off, and now there's green shit everywhere. So hopefully the owner guy doesn't get mad because we were told to do that, but we got the engine mounts replaced, running smooth, and now we're putting on the first coat of bottom paint, and once it dries, a couple hours, we'll come back and do a second coat, and we'll be ready to go back in the water. Thank goodness. So we just left the boat, came back over to the boatyard. We were gonna move the little, I'll show you right here where we're gonna move. We're not doing that. It's very sketchy.
We don't want the boat falling.
We don't want the boat to fall. In fact, the guy was telling me that we had to move it. He's like, you got to be very careful when you do it. Your boat will fall over. And I'm thinking,
If it does fall over, at least it's on them, not on us.
it's not. They'll try to make it our fault. So, and I don't want to pay for the boats next to us when it falls over and runs into one of those. So we're just going to go. We did what we can at the boat today. We picked up some laundry stuff. We're going to do some laundry, go back to the hotel, which we're stuck at now again for 2 more days. And
Relax for a little bit.
I think we're going to hang out in the pool for a little while and take a day off. We're both pretty sore from yesterday and the day before.
Working quite a bit, so we want to relax for a minute.
Yep. So, Holiday Inn pool, here we come.
Which ain't that bad because it's got a tiki bar too, so that helps.
Tiki bar
And
is
a hot
helpful.
tub that actually works because a lot of the other hotels that we stayed in, their hot tubs don't work at all.
And this is Memorial Day weekend, so there was quite a bit of a crowd. But everybody kind of started filtering out yesterday, and now today it's kind of, it seems like most of the big crowd's gone. So we might have the whole place to ourselves. Probably not, but more to
There'd be some
ourselves.
lingering people and kids.
Yeah.
But
But we're here in the boatyard another day. We got maybe 15 minutes worth of shit done, but we're gonna take a day off. Fuck it,
yeah, we're just tired.
we're tired.
So
We're gonna go back, take the dogs for a walk, give them their chew things, get a load of laundry started in this hotel hoo-yah, and then we'll see what we got going on. But tomorrow we won't be splashing tomorrow, that's for sure. The shit needs 4 hours to cure. I'm gonna see if they're gonna bring this lift over here and lift it up for us and just set it on the keels. That'd make it a whole lot easier. But I don't know if they're going to charge us for that. But as of today, and I can't wait for this guy to show up and start complaining about all this green dust. I mean, it's inevitable. Not one boat around here underneath it has any green anything, so I'm sure I'm going to get an earful. And then he's going to, because his guy's the one that told us to do that shit. So anyhow, we're heading back to the hotel. Day off.
Exactly.
Island style. Before going back to the hotel, we thought it would be a good idea to get the dogs some exercise, so we found them a big field to run around in. Once they were sufficiently exhausted, we took them back to the room and gathered up some dirty clothes so that we could knock out some laundry before heading down to the tiki bar and the pool, where we enjoyed some drinks and then, stupidly, got into the hot tub in 90-degree weather. There's a tiki bar over there. And a hot tub right there. We're back on the boat, on the hard, for the last day. Pretty sure, hopefully. So before we leave, we're starting to clean up some stuff. We did some work to the boat, and I just wanted to go a little more into detail on these motor mounts. So where's the new one at? There's a, well, semi-new. Look in that box right there. Yeah. So this is an engine mount, motor mount. So as you can see, looks all right. So this is one I took off of there. I think they replaced this one relatively recently. So we're going to go ahead and hang on to this guy. But look at this one. There's one piece of it. And there's the other piece of it. So this has completely separated and was not holding the engine in place. So what we thought was a bent propeller shaft or a bearing or a bent propeller or something, what we thought was that was actually that engine mount that had come loose. Luckily, we had already bought all these engine mounts so that we could replace them at our leisure, but unfortunately that was a pressing issue. We needed to do it immediately. So then we've also done the bottom paint, which I'll splice in here so you can see it. We'll probably do a big unveil. And so we're still working on getting that finished, but we're hoping they can get, we've got a couple of boats in front of us at this yard that they piled in during the holiday weekend, because it's Memorial Day. So we're hoping they can get those boats out of the way, and then if they can just put us in the water tomorrow, we'll leave at high tide. We can't leave out of there at low tide. It has to be all the way high. So hopefully they can put us in the water, and then we can leave whenever we get a chance. But we're going to just do some cleaning on the boat.
What he said.
Well, in true form for us, we're supposed to be finishing the last bit of paint on the boat today. Raining. Once the guys had lifted the boat off of the stands, we were able to get to the little squares that needed painting that were covered by the stands. We didn't have time to do 2 coats, so we slapped on one really thick coat, and we verified that it was dry before they dropped us back into the water. There were a couple of other boats there staging along with us before we could all head out at high tide.
Had to take the dinghy in to get some diesel. Now we're headed back to the boat. Then to the Bahamas tomorrow.
I got back to the boat with the diesel, and we packed everything away before settling in for one last relaxing night on anchor outside of Key Largo. Hey folks, all right. Kyle is outside. Hear the beeping, that means we're about to pull up anchor. We have been here in Key Largo for 2.5 weeks. We had to stay in an Airbnb while we had the boat out of the water, but we got the boat back in the water yesterday, stayed the night out here, and we are headed to Old Rhodes Key or Adams Key, one of the two, and then tomorrow we head to the Bahamas. We are pumped. It was a fairly short trip north to Old Rhodes Key, but it got us a lot closer to Bimini, which was our destination the following day. With a fresh coat of bottom paint, we were slicing through the water at an impressive 6.9 knots, and that's pretty good for our boat. It also didn't hurt that the sea state was excellent. Hey, what's up, folks? All right, so this is, I know this, Old Roads Key. Old Roads Key is right back there. So this is about 4-hour drive north of Key Largo. The dogs are chilling out. The dogs had a pretty uneventful day. It did storm quite a bit on the way over. Well, it didn't storm, it just kind of rained and kept them inside. But it's like glass out here tonight. It's super calm. There's no wind, no waves. A little eerie. The next morning, we got up early and headed out to Bimini. There were a few curves during the first few minutes, but once we hit the open water, it was a straight 9-hour shot across to the entrance to the Bahamas. Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Guess what? The day that we have been waiting for, that you have been waiting for, the day that has been coming. Something's out there. The day that has been coming for 6 months is here. We are
Finally headed to Bimini.
We're en route to the Bahamas. At our current speed, which I think is going to change here in a minute, we'll be getting in just shy of 6 o'clock in the evening, which is going to be on the good side of tide, I believe. It's going to be a good side on the height. He said yesterday it was better to be in or out coming in as the tide was going out. I don't know. We're going to find out. Apparently there's some pretty gnarly currents, but we're on the way. We got a boat over here, who I guess he's going to be joining us, or we'll be joining him in a little while. But we woke up this morning just enough time to get some coffee started, pulled up anchor, and we hauled ass. We're going, so I gotta turn this off now because this guy looks like he wants to hit us. These people are retarded. Okay, so now that the drama of the boat has passed, Kyle's keeping an eye out on the binoculars up front. We have virtually no wind today, and the winds that we are going to have are going to be on our nose. So once again, a day of motoring, but unfortunately, I am sad to report that replacing the motor mounts did not fix our vibration problem on our starboard engine. It remedied the symptom of feeling the vibration and the engine violently going back and forth, but whatever is causing the vibration is what broke the motor mount in the first place. I know a lot of people are kind of wondering, and we were at first, if the dogs were going to, let's look at Miami over there, city of Miami skyline. If the dogs were going to take to the sailing lifestyle, I mean, they're so used to it, it doesn't even faze them. They're just there. But she woke up for a second, now she's back down. They love it, and they're really going to love the Bahamas because they're going to get to run around on a beach for a change. We found a place in Key Largo that was it was not a dog park, it was a baseball field. It was kind of like a community park, but they allowed dogs. It just said they had to be on a leash, but we looked around, didn't see anybody, and we were like, yeah, they need to run. That's the last time they run, was 4 days ago in Key Largo, and before that it had been about 3 weeks. So they are excited to get to another beach. We are excited to get to another beach. So we've already reserved our spot at Brown's Marina. That seems to be the go-to place for most people. And talked to Christian last night on the phone. Super nice guy. His name appears in a lot of really glowing Google reviews about the place. So we're really looking forward to it. So here we go. We're on our way to the Bahamas. mahi mahi.
Hey, little mahi. Oh, yeah.
I think it is a little baby mahi.
Woo. Hell yeah.
The first mahi we caught was a bit too small, so we threw him back. The second one was probably eating size, but to be honest, we really didn't want to fool around with filleting and packing it, so we threw him back too. As we got closer to Bimini, we put the fishing poles away, and since the water was super smooth and we were up front, we decided to let the babies come up front too. Beth wasted no time stealing a chair for herself where she could enjoy the rest of the day. That, behind us, is the Bahamas. That's Bimini, right there. The babies are enjoying their time. There's Kyle, and let me tell you, when we say we're out running storms, that's what we mean. Shit's trying to catch us. We ain't letting it. We got the pedal down on this thing. We'll be pulling into Bimini in about 50 minutes. We got into Bimini on a Sunday evening, so we had to stay on the boat and wait till the next day to go to Immigration and Customs. We got the boat all tied off and squared away and then settled in for a nice evening. Join us next time as we get off the boat the next day and go get checked in at Customs and Immigration and are finally able to start exploring the town. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. Every subscriber and every watch counts, and we really appreciate everyone. We want to say thank you to all of our patrons. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to do this life, and we really look forward to seeing you all next time. Thanks for watching.